Alright, so what we're learning today is about special cases, which I already made note of earlier. We have two special cases. One is that when we solve, there's no solution. There's no value that you can put in that will make the equation true. Another type of special case we have is infinitely many solutions. That means that no matter what real number you put in here, the equation's going to work. So this is the exact same as what we've been doing with solving. We're solving the exact same way, it's just now we're encountering two new types of answers. Alright, so let's take a look at this first one here. So no solution is an equation that is not true for any value. So like I said, no matter what number you put in there, it's not going to work. So our example here is x plus 2 equals x minus 4. Your normal, average, everyday solving problem here. What do you guys want to do first? What should we do? Anybody want to offer up an answer? This is like the easiest type of problem we've given you yet. What should we do? Go ahead. Sure, let's add 4. And remember, in order to cross that equals, we have to do the opposite. So we are adding 4 to both sides. Alright, so we get x plus 6 equals x. Alright, what's our next step? We want to get our x's together, right? What's our next step? We can subtract 6 to the other side, but then we're still going to just have x equals x minus 6. So that doesn't really get us anywhere. We can do it, but it's not necessary. What else could we do? Yeah, minus x, right? We normally are trying to get our x's together, so let's go ahead and subtract that x to the other side. Well, notice what happens. What is x minus x? 0. Those cancel, so I have 6. And then what's x minus x? 0. So I get 6 equals 0. Is that a true statement? Does 6 ever equal 0? No, this is not true. So we put a line through it there. That means does not equal 0. And thus our answer is no solution. No matter what number you put in there, that equation will never be true. When we start to talk about graphing, you would see that on the graph, these lines never intersect. I mean, they're never equal to each other. Alright? Any questions on that? So whenever you end up with a false statement here, and typically what happens is that your variables cancel out, that means you have no solution. Our answer is literally no solution. Now be careful. Do not write that your answer is 0, because it's possible for 0 to be a solution. Make sure you write no solution. Alright, let's take a look at infinitely many solutions. So this is an equation that is true for every possible value. No matter what number I put in there, it's going to work. Alright, so what's our first step? What is our first step for this problem? Distribute. Good. We have to take care of those parentheses. We have to take care of those parentheses. So we distribute my 3, and I get 12 plus 12x equals 12x plus 12. Anybody notice something interesting already? They're exactly the same. But say we don't notice that, so we'll keep going. Say we don't notice that they're the same. What would be our next step? What do you guys want to do? Sure, let's subtract 12. And remember, in order to cross that equal sign, we have to do the opposite. Alright, 12 minus 12 cancels out, so I have 12x equals 12x. That cancels out. Here you might notice that they're the same, but suppose you still don't notice, then we could divide by 12, right? 12 divided by 12 is 1, so I have 1x. 12 divided by 12 is 1, so 1x. Well, x is always equal to x, right? No matter what, x is equal to x. 4 is equal to 4. 5 is equal to 5. 108 is equal to 108. So no matter what, that is exactly the same. So this is true no matter what number you put in there. So this is going to be all real solutions. Miss Charlotte, do you know what notation do they prefer for that? Do they say infinitely many solutions, all real numbers?
We do the R.
The R for all real numbers?
So it's a fancy R, guys, and it has 2 lines.
So what I'm going to draw for you means all real numbers, and how we draw that is pretty much an R, but there's another line here. So it's like a double line R, right? So let me draw that again. Double line R. That means every single number is the answer. Every single number in the real number system.
However, most of us are not going to count down if you write all real numbers.
Oh yeah, this is saying the exact same thing that this says.
But if all you write is 1x equals 1x and there's a check mark, you are going to lose a little bit
Yes.
of one.
Yes.
You need to give us the answer. Which is, just like if it tells you the solution yes or no, the answer is yes or no, not numbers.
So again, no matter what value I put in for x, it's going to be true. So these are 2 special cases. So you'll start seeing this mixed in with other solving problems. The solving problems we did today, the solving problems we did last class, we always got answers, right? We got x equals 3, x equals 0, x equals -5. Well, now you might get the answer of no solution, or you might get the answer of all real numbers, okay, or infinitely many solutions. Any questions on that? Okay, let's take a look at, let's go ahead and just do number 1. All right, what's our first step going to be for number 1, Gabby? What do you want to do for number 1? Yeah, let's add 11. All right, so we have 6x equals -2x plus 16. Okay. So now we want to get our x's together. How are we going to do that? Adriana, do you have an idea? Very good, very good. Add the 2x. And we have to add it because it's a negative here. Right? So add our 2x. So then we get 8x equals 16. So this cancels out. And then what's our last step here? Change it. Divide by 8. So we get x equals 2. Let's see. Let's read the directions. Write your answer in set builder notation. Make sure you read your instructions. So set builder notation, honestly, I can take this and just put the vertical line x, squiggles. There's my answer. So notice this is just like a normal solving problem. We didn't get one of those fancy answers of no solution to our real numbers. We just got a regular answer. Questions on that? Okay, let's do number 2. What's the first thing we need to do here, Rachel? Distribute, and we have to distribute on both sides. Make sure you distribute that negative. -12 plus 20x. Distribute again. So 20x minus 6. Ready. What do you want to do next? What should we do next? Pick a number that's actually up there, please. Yeah, let's get the x's together. Now notice we have to cross the equal sign. So what do we have to do when we're crossing the equal sign? Well, it's currently positive. What's the opposite of adding? Right, so since it's currently positive 20x, we have to subtract 20x. Notice that 20x minus 20x equals 0. It cancels out on the other side as well. So we get negative 12 equals negative 60. Is this ever true? No! That is not a true statement. So we say no solution. Okay. Any questions on that one? Alright, go and give number 3 and 4 a try. While I do that, we're going to pass back your tests and your mini quizzes. So we're working on numbers 3 and 4. Remember, I already gave your homework to you. It's already passed out to you, so that worksheet 10 is your homework. So you should be working on numbers 3 and 4. Do not pack up because we still have things to do. Yeah, just A or B. Make sure you turn in your mini quiz.
Oh my gosh.
That's fine. I'll figure it out. Some of you in your last mini quiz, you were confusing addition and subtraction, multiplication, division. So make sure you take a look at that. Mini quizzes?
Yeah.
Quizzes don't have retakes.
Can I get what percent?
Worksheet 10? Yeah, did
I don't want to fail this class. I'm not.
He was on the team?
No.
It's over here. Oh,
You
right.
can't play.
He's in bench. Oh, shit. Can I get that to on the school? I don't think it's that bad. I
I mean, Mike's still on me. He's copying down notes.
But when he gets better grades, he can join singing, right?
Yeah, that's what he says.
What?
Alright, so again, make sure you have worksheet 10 completed for next class. So if you want to retake your test, it must be retaken by next Thursday. You need to come see us to set up the time to retake it. You need to do test corrections and fill out a retake form. So come see us if you want to do that.
I think that's tough to consider. How long? No, like, how many questions are there?
I think we have to submit grades by Monday of next week. Yes,
I see my.
No, I was like wondering that because like it says out of 100. I'm like, what? There's 100 questions.
it was like just sounds like we're 4 quarters or something.
Oh, it's cool. Okay.
Guys, if you have your test results back, when you come back and see me, please before you leave.
Is that the one that I'm taking today? Okay.
You can send me an email by like,
All right, I'll give you one right now.
right, you can have it right now. Again, come back to your test quiz. Alright, so that means Daisy's ready. We are